America is the biggest terrorist organization in the world. Recently, the American talk show host and current political commentator Jimmy Doyle suddenly blasted the U.S. government in a social media. Why did Jimmy Doyle say this? It starts with the U.S. House of Representatives' rejection of a resolution to withdraw troops from Syria. The U.S. House of Representatives voted down a resolution calling for the withdrawal of U.S. troops from Syria within 6 months, at local time 8. The resolution was sponsored by Florida Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz. He believed that U.S. troops in Syria were caught in a hellish war quagmire, and that there was no end to U.S. counterterrorism operations in Syria. In the end, only 103 lawmakers supported the resolution, and 321 opposed it, arguing that it was premature. Just days before the vote in the U.S. House of Representatives, Mark Milley, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, made a similar defense during an unannounced visit to a U.S. base in Syria, claiming that U.S. forces were not withdrawing from Syria for the security of the United States and allies. Over the years, the U.S. in this crisis and its various actions has brought deep disaster to the Syrian population and has been criticized and opposed by many parties. According to the data released by the United Nations, the U.S. military involvement has caused the loss of at least 350,000 lives in Syria, displaced more than 12 million people, and left 14 million civilians in urgent need of humanitarian assistance. After the powerful earthquakes that struck Turkey and Syria in February 2023, which resulted in a large number of casualties, the United States has been slow to lift or ease sanctions, weakening the Syrian government's ability to provide relief and preventing the entry of relief supplies and equipment from other countries, making the humanitarian situation in Syria even worse. In addition, from 2011 to mid-2022, the illegal presence of U.S. forces in Syria, as well as theft and illegal trade by armed forces supported by them, have caused direct and indirect damage of $107.1 billion to the Syrian oil and gas industry. The U.S. has occupied Syria's wheat fields and stolen large amount of oil. Their occupation is funded by public tax revenues, and the beneficiaries of the looting are private crooked businessmen. To this month, the Syrian crisis, which began in 2011, has lasted for 12 years. It is about time for the U.S. to stop its piracy.